Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 4 of Advent of Code. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about today's poem and how you think I did and how you did and all these other things. We have about a minute and 40 seconds to go, so I'm going to jump into my editor pretty soon on the screen because I don't think it's that interesting to see what I'm looking at. I am looking at the problem, and that's mostly it, right? So so I'm going to do that now. And this is my bash. Or I guess is it bash? I don't know anymore. But good luck everybody. Hope everyone's, or if you're watching afterwards, then hope everyone had a good day. We'll see how it goes. About 1 minute to go. I think yesterday, I was not as sharp on regex. So we'll see how, maybe today, there wouldn't be another regex, right? Hopefully. So, I had to eat a lot of humble pie. But it'll be nice to kind of get in the leaderboard for once. Though it's still a little bit early, day 4, so I don't suspect today to be super hard. Though, hopefully hard enough for the ChatGPT to not, be that much of a factor. I don't know. It's not super critical to kind of score high to get to be in the final rankings yet, but it is starting to get a little bit antsy on day 4. So we'll see. 20 seconds to go. Wish me luck. Hope you had luck and all these things because you're watching from the future, so you already know what's going to happen. Maybe not. So all right, let's go. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Okay, it actually loaded this time. Oh. This is pretty straightforward, but I'm too slow on this one, I think. Yeah, I'm too slow on this one. Silly mistakes. Ooh. 224, too slow. People are so fast today. How do I do it? Okay. How do I want to do it? People are too fast for me. How do I want to do this one? Oh man, I didn't copy it over. I'm not making the leaderboard today, I think. Okay, so how do I want to write this? Hey, what are you doing, Larry? Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm too slow. I got stuck in my head. But it could be backwards, that's the problem. I'm too slow today. I'm not processing correctly. I think it could be the other way. This is also very bad code, by the way. It's not K, it is D. Plus 1, because you're an idiot. I should have just wrote this the correct way, honestly. That's just not right. 1952. 256. I mean, I was just too slow. I think I rushed myself too much and doing it in a silly way that I think I rushed myself too much instead of kind of slowing down. I think if I was able to slow down, maybe I could have been able to kind of do this in a cleaner way, and then that would have actually saved me time. But I think today I just rushed too much. An okay result, but not whatever. Maybe this is just not my year. Like in general, I feel like I've been pretty okay, but part 2 I just struggle so much. Yeah. Let me put down the screen real quick. But yeah, part 2 I was just struggling too much in like just a lot of second guessing and then just clean up the code really quick. I think what I should have done, I mean, here's what I wish I did like halfway through if I had thought it through. So part 1, I think is pretty straightforward. Honestly, I took 2 minutes 43 seconds is actually a little bit slow. I think the part that I was annoyed at myself is that, and this code I think is mostly fine. I don't think you could be more reasonable than that. But I wish I did like XY because I keep on finding myself context switching a little bit of INJ. And I'm not a huge thing, but every time I kind of like I'd hesitate a little bit. I actually don't know why it took me that long. I feel like this is pretty straightforward. I think the thing that I might have wanted to do that I normally do, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, that I normally do is that I actually usually write directions out, but I thought maybe this would be a little bit faster. I don't know. So I would usually write it like this. I don't know. I'm today I even have trouble writing that out. Let's just start over. But that's what I mean. That's why I didn't want to do it this way, right? So that's why I kind of wrote the dxdy. And I know that I didn't actually do there is one weird case where dx and dy are both 0, which means that you don't actually do the diagonals. But luckily for me, it would never be true anyway. So that's fine. You just do extra work. But otherwise, I think this is actually mostly pretty good. I think where I had the second part, and this is where I had this massive copy and paste, and I probably, I don't know, which is a little bit slow on, is okay. I get the A part. That's a weird thing. And I did spend some time because I already had, honestly, maybe mentally given up a little bit because I was just so slow. I knew that this was going to be a typing thing, and I kind of did it this way, which basically it's a really ugly thing. It just checks for that 2 of the letters are M and S really, but I did it in this way because I wasn't sure if it could be worse or not. I think if I could do it again, this is basically what I would do is that, okay, we just check that the middle square is A, then now we can do something like, for D in range of, so this I think makes sense, right? So just do -1 and 1, but you don't even have to jump by 2, honestly. I think the way that I would have maybe done it is equal to I plus D, D for delta is how I do it. And again, maybe I should have changed this to X and Y because that kind of messed me up a little bit. I've been too lazy about this or too not clear about this, right? So anyway, so in this case, we can maybe write something like word is equal to, let me just call it current. Right, so current is equal to this, right? Oops. And then you could also, there are other ways to do it if you want to store like a Boolean map or something, but the way that I would have cleaned it up for speed on, if nothing else, because you can probably have add helper functions and stuff like this, but for if I had thought this through, then I would have done something like this, which is pretty standard, and I had most of this, so it was copy and paste. But then, but as long as this is the case, we could have just done current.append mxmy, right? And then, so the good part about writing it like this is that, okay, let's just delete all this stuff first, right? We don't care about it anymore. Maybe, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. So then now we have the current, so then now, so then either, so maybe you could say good is equal to 0, which is the number of good matches on the diagonal, and then you could have just been like if join current is equal to word, or the reverse, right? And that's all, right? This would have been so much cleaner, right? And then it also allows itself to be a good, easy copy and paste, as long as you don't copy and paste wrong, to just change it to the other diagonal just like that, right? And yeah. Well, I mean, okay, it doesn't run, but oh, I forgot to add the if good is equal to 2, meaning 2 diagonals are good, then we increment, right? I guess I took that out. And that's it, right? That's the wrong answer, so that's wrong. Well. Well, refactors, this is why you do refactoring with against a good conversion, but a good testing suite, if you will. But how did this happen? So we're overcounting. Why? Do x plus -1 and 2. This feels right. Here's let me debug. I mean, I don't know. I think sometimes. Okay, so 0.7 is already not going to be right. I'm now looking at the test input that we were given, because 0.7 cannot be an A, right? So it doesn't make sense for that to be right, is what I mean. Like, or it could be an A, but it cannot go backwards. Oh, no. Huh? MAS. So with 0.7, has just, did I make something wrong? I mean, apparently I did, but because this 0.7 only has do, so why is it good is equal to 2? Well, oh, I'm just dumb. I forgot to set this equal to word or target or whatever. So it's just returning true for everything. Okay, listen. I mean, I guess in that case, anything can happen. I mean, you can use that with the beautiful case or not. So that's basically how I would rewrite it, and it's much cleaner. I mean, for some definition, I mean, it's cleaner for sure. Is it clean? But it definitely would have been a lot cleaner to implement, even though apparently you can see that I can still find a way to make a mistake. And of course, I don't know, I mean, you could probably even abstract this a little bit, but I think this is also fine enough for I don't know. I mean, you can probably also, like, because you could do this all both at the same time, I suppose, but that's a little bit awkward to write. Like you could add a different thing just to, yeah, I guess you can actually, let me do that then, right? So then now you can do, right? So for, I don't know, S for sign, right? You go to -1, 2 again, so -1 or 1. So then you just do this. Right, is that mostly right? Nope. The tab should be here, right? So that's the idea, and then now S, you can do S times D or something like this, and that is wrong. Negative, oh. It should be just 2. Okay, yeah, whoops. Because you have to skip the 0. You have to skip the S is equal to 0 in this case, which, oh yeah, because then one diagonal is right, but the other diagonal is not, or something. Okay. Is it something? I don't know. Something's funky about it. But either way, so like if you want to do for loop, this would, if I was able to kind of think about this, this would be so much faster. How close was I? Let's just see how close I am on the lead, or close to the leaderboard. So 1 minute is so fast. 19 seconds. I mean, George Hotz is probably not using ChatGPT, so I don't know. So I don't. But that's still so fast. I mean, I guess I don't know. Do people have libraries for it? I'm just curious. How do you 19 seconds? Wow, 19 seconds is quite a time, honestly. I mean, 1 minute 30 is pretty fast. I think if I had a I don't know. I mean, I think on one hand the thing is very standard, so like I don't know. I hesitated for a little bit in the beginning, but I didn't think it would be that fast, honestly. So 1 minute 30 seconds, and then the second part is 4 minutes ish for most people. So I was a little bit slow in part 2, but I also knew that I was a little bit slow in part 2, because I was just, I don't know, I was frustrated because I knew that I didn't get out cleanly. I just wanted to get it done by the end. So anyway, yeah, so let's look at the code one more time in case you're wondering. I mean, of course you can still clean it up with helper functions and stuff like this, but this is how I would think about it for this one. I mean, the complexity is pretty straightforward. It's still going to be, even despite all this crazy loops and looking, it's still linear, right? Linear time, linear space, linear because I do this thing, I suppose. I mean, I guess this is in linear space. It's only constant space, depending on how you want to. I mean, I have this 2 rectangle function, which I don't think I need it for this one, but it's just so that it makes sure that every line is the same length. Because sometimes, maybe not this problem, but sometimes they have like empty spaces at the end, and then you have a different variable width type thing. But yeah, but this is going to be linear time, linear space, keeping in mind, oh sorry, constant space, depending on how you do the rectangle thing, which you don't really need anyway. But I say linear space because it is linear in the size of the input. The size of the input is R times C, which is the complexity, which is O of R times C. But that is linear because that is the size of the input. Just to be clear, especially if you're newer to the channel, even though I do mention that a lot. But that is all I have for today. Let me know what you think. Another day, another sad no pointer. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow if you want to have me, this loser. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. Take care and goodbye.